CPT JJ-CPV, Evaluation and Management, E&M Services Guidelines, page 7, part 15. We are studying the theory or the criteria to give the codes for evaluation and management, or E&M, and we are concentrating on the time that the procedure takes, right? Now let's read this part.
Time continued.
Okay.
Time is not a descriptive component for the emergency department levels of evaluation and management services.
Okay, so when the patient goes to the emergency department room or services, time is not considered. Why? Because
emergency department services are typically provided on a variable intensity basis.
Variable intensity basis, right? Often involving
multiple encounters with several patients over an extended period of time.
Right. If you have been to an emergency room, you know how chaotic it can be. The doctor can see the patient for a little time, then another patient brings his or her attention, and then he comes back. So it's not like going to a doctor's office where the doctor concentrates on a patient for, let's say, 15 minutes, and then you can take that time as a guide to give a certain code to the patient. But in the emergency room, that time varies so much according to the situations of the emergency room. So it's not a parameter for giving a code. Okay. So and there we have a little graph here that explains a little more about time, right? So you can read that. Okay, so that's our theory for today. Now let's do a problem. So ready, set, go. All right. CPT JJ-RVA, page 247, exercise 12, and this is level 0 exercise, which means that is a very easy exercise, right? And the keywords are?
Keywords are anesthesia and hysterectomy.
Anesthesia and hysterectomy. And the problem reads?
Anesthesia. Code anesthesia for vaginal hysterectomy.
Code anesthesia, right?
Right.
For vaginal hysterectomy. The procedure is hysterectomy, and the way that hysterectomy is done is through the vagina, or vaginal hysterectomy. And what we want you to code is the anesthesia given for this procedure, okay? So that is the code that we're looking for, in the CPT code. So we're going to count to 3 so you can give us the code for anesthesia for vaginal hysterectomy, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now if you already are familiar with the CPT codes, you know that the first digit for anesthesia has to be 0, right? So that's a given. Now the rest of the code for this particular procedure is 00944. That's the total code, right? 00944. Did you get that? If you got that, congratulations. If you didn't get it, let's give you a couple of tips. First tip.
First tip is the level 0 explanation. Straightforward coding procedure.
Yeah. Why are we calling this level 0? Because it's straightforward. All you have to do is just go to anesthesia, then go to the procedure, and then go to the vaginal way. Now it's a little bit of difficulty because it's not exactly the order, but that's not such a big deal, okay? Because you should know that a hysterectomy is the procedure, as we tell you in the next tip, right? What is the next tip?
Next step, number 2, is after anesthesia, go straight to the procedure, hysterectomy.
Right, because
the word vaginal is just a type of hysterectomy.
Right, the procedure that we're doing is a hysterectomy. Now, there are several ways of doing a hysterectomy, and one of them is a vaginal hysterectomy. So the vaginal is the description of the further description of the procedure, okay? But the main procedure is a hysterectomy. Okay, now we have also links to understand the procedure. And as usual, the A+ links are the ones that we advise you to watch. And then we're going to see a little bit of this one, for instance, of the first one, right? That's the one, and you can run it a little bit.
A hysterectomy is the surgical removal of the uterus. When the ovaries and fallopian tubes are also removed, this is called a hysterectomy with salpingo-oophorectomy. A hysterectomy is done to treat uterine cancer, uterine fibroids, endometriosis, uterine prolapse, and other gynecological conditions.
Okay, so that's the video. You can watch the whole video by just following the link. And then let's go back to our problem. And then there's another A+ here, which is also very good. And then you have all these other links that if you are further interested in this, you can watch all those links too. Okay, so you have everything. You have the tips, you have the links, and you have the answer. So you have everything. So now we want you to, or we're going to pause the video so you can give us the path to the code. How we got to the code, okay? That's the path. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the summary of the problem. CPT JJ-RVA-247-12-L0, that's our code, and the keywords are anesthesia and hysterectomy. And text reads anesthesia, code anesthesia for vaginal hysterectomy. There's only one code, and the code 1 through the index is found like this.
First, you go to index.
Go to the index.
You start with the letter A for anesthesia.
You go to the first letter, which is the letter A, and look for anesthesia.
Then you go to hysterectomy.
Then you go to the main procedure, which is hysterectomy.
Then you go to vaginal.
Then you go to vaginal. You will only get one code, right?
Yes.
Which is
00944.
That's the code that you get. Now we're going to check this in the tabular. So the code 1 through the tabular is found like this.
First you go to tabular.
Go to the tabular.
Then you go to 00944.
You go to 00944 and we have
Anesthesia for vaginal procedures, hysterectomy.
anesthesia for vaginal procedures, hysterectomy, which we have all the keywords, and that's why we have an equal sign at the end, which means this is the code. We found our code. So the answer is 00944. Okay, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to visit our website, and also you can subscribe to our videos, and you will get
up to 3 videos every day that we make. ICD-10, CPTs, all that's needed to pass the medical coding certification exams.
So don't forget to visit our website and subscribe to our videos, right?
Right.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.